Boy, howdy, is there a lot of drama surrounding Destiny Rising right now. Now, I'm going to talk about this in a very efficient manner because, well, A, I have to go to work, but B, I want to cover this without lingering on it. I think there's a lot of passion around this, and I'm going to talk about why either I agree or disagree with a lot of the other content creators that are bringing this topic up, but also give you guys, more importantly, an opportunity to share your feedback. So I am not a sponsored content creator for Destiny Rising as of yet. Now, if they want to change that and reach out to me, then we could talk. But, I do want to be able to advocate for you as the community and be able to share that feedback to them. So I want to use this video as an opportunity for you guys to share your feedback, even if I either agree or disagree with your feedback, as long as we're being productive. All right. So let's talk about the issue at hand. What could have happened better, and then what we definitely should be doing better, and then ultimately, what's my opinion on this? Because again, ultimately, it's my channel, but I want to cover up front, sort of what happened and what we could do better as a community and or as the game developer. But then I also want to share my personal opinion. So let's get straight into it. So if you're not aware, the Eclipse is a new ranking event where it's sort of like a race to world first was like the first section. So it was a harder a version of the raid that we've already been doing. And then the first, there was actually, I think, some cash prizes. And then there was like a gold ring that you got if you were like the #1 team that won for world first or clearing the raid on this Eclipse mode. And then after that, it turned into this one, which is more of like a timed race. So the top 100 teams ultimately got this. I don't even know if I could see it. The activity ended. You got a what is it called? Let's show you right here. This. So, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? First clear rewards. No rankings. All right. Anyway. You got an animated emblem. All right. So a lot of people wanted to go after it. It turned out to be a really fun event. They had a little Twitch icon up here so you could actually go and watch people that were streaming the event. And the drama is this. So the drama is that there were either shortcuts or glitches or things that allowed people to skip whole minutes of time in their runs just by how they were playing the game. So if you're part of any speedrun community, this is pretty common. Ultimately, if it is available to use and you can use it, people generally use it. That was drama part A. Drama part B is a little bit different, and this is where I would say from a development standpoint, the game didn't do the community the justice that they were looking for. So the issue here, and I'm not going to go call anyone out, but if you were to scroll through all these names and look at the top, 50 people, I think that's as far as we can look at actually. Instead of seeing the top 100, you can only look at the top 50. Yeah. So if you look at the top 50, you're going to see some names that are duplicated. So essentially, TLDR, what happened is that some of the top players would swap out someone of their top 6 and get another clanmate, so someone that they do know, but another clanmate to then help them get into the top 100 to get the emblem. Okay, now what happened though is that because, let's just say, player X ran it again and got a rank of, let's say, 20, right? So they're in the top 20, they're in the top 100, and then they ran it again with this new player in their fire team, and now let's say they're ranked 30th. Well, player X is on both the ranked 20th team and the ranked 30th team, which means in theory, it's not 100 unique teams / players that got the emblem. It was only, however many weren't duplicated. Now, I'm not going to share all the numbers, but another content creator did share it, and it sounds like it was a pretty high % of people that did it. There were at least shown multiple times in the top 50. Now, we can't see the top 100, so very unclear as to how many multiplicative people there were in the same time. But the community is very, very upset by this. Now, the reason this is different than the first stage of this event is that you could only be a part of a team. So if you did this as a part of a 6 team, you got ranked, bam, let's say you were ranked 5th, and then you ran it again with a different team and you got 10th, the lower rank would not count. So you would only count for your top rank. All right. So, and a lot of people like that. Now, there's reasons why you wouldn't want to do this in this aspect, because you do want to have the ability of running with other people. Because again, there could be a situation where not everyone is available all the time, but you are, and you want to keep playing the game and taking part in this race or timed event. However, I'm just going to explain the concern. I'm not going to give my opinion quite yet. This does leave the opportunity open for people to do what's called like a paid run, where you can actually just pay someone, like pay 5 people to run you and ultimately get the emblem, which is not, in some people's mind, fair. Okay. So I'm not a game developer. I think they had a program in place that made this a non-issue on the first part of this event, and now it's an issue because it's not in place for the second part. Again, I think that they will take the feedback from the community and probably learn from this, but that is the drama around it. The community as a whole feels like that there were not enough people that were unique on the top 100/50, that they didn't all get, well, the rewards that they felt like they were just. And there are content creators even that are very upset. And the community is actually going as far as like bashing content creators that, basically ran this multiple times. Now, don't get me wrong. There are content creators that do this as a full-time job, right? So this is their job. So sure, if it is the newest event in a new game and it is a time trial, yeah, it's going to make sense for them to continue to run it. And if somebody is unavailable in their 6-party team and you want to replace someone, yeah, I understand that thought process, and that should be okay. I also understand the implications of the reward being punished for those people that maybe aren't in those teams. So let me give you my opinion. We went over the issues because there was two. There was a part A, part B, and we went over sort of the community's feedback. Now, again, I'm encouraging all of you to share your feedback in this in the comment section below. And if you think similarly or like somebody else's comment, make sure you just go ahead and like it, all right? Or maybe just comment in saying, I agree. So that way we can truly see the volume of people that agree with different amounts of comments in the comment section. Because ultimately, I think that Destiny Rising / NetEase is going to see they're spending a lot of time and money on this game, which is fantastic. And they're really making a blockbuster of a game. So I'm very confident they will take feedback and take the data from that feedback and implement it in their own way. I'm very, very confident of that. I've been a part of multiple content creator teams, and I've covered multiple different games. I'm very confident a developer or a studio of this size is going to listen to the community about their biggest new game, okay? So, now in my opinion, hear me out. I'm not saying you have to agree with this. This is just how I work. You can see I did not take part in this. So I am, in my opinion, very neutral in that I did not lose out because I did not partake. I do not do this full time. I think I've vocalized that on several other videos. I have a very, very full-time job. I also coach 2 different soccer teams, and I have kids and my wife, and I also take care of my disabled mom. I have a very, very busy life, right? I do content creation just out of the sheer passion and love of doing it, all right? I play video games because it takes my mind away from whatever is going on. In life, it's my time to myself to relax. And I feel the same way about content creation. I love building new communities around these games and learning the games together and min-maxing them as a group, right? I'm not saying that I know the most or I am the best at this game, but I am definitely someone who wants to learn with all of you. And if somebody has a good idea or says that I'm wrong about something, I'm more than happy to either test that or, talk about it and see if I am wrong. If I'm wrong, I make videos all the time about how I'm wrong. But I want that sort of relationship with you guys, right? So we can talk to each other. We can be honest. This could be a hot take, guys. In my opinion, it's a timed race. In my opinion, is it okay for somebody to run it multiple times? If your time is better, then yeah, we all had, money spending aside. We all had the ability of being the best in this race. It's a timed event. Now, it is a pay-to-win gotcha game. So yes, somebody who spent more is going to have a higher chance of doing better. I understand that. And yes, is it right that if you had 5, what we'll just call whales, or just really good players, because there is a big skill gap in this game as well. It's not just, you can't just pay to win and then just do well. You also have the skill aspect, and then you have to do the mechanics. You can't just buy your way through mechanics. So, and then for that reason is another reason why I love the game. But ultimately, does it feel good if somebody not as good or not as at the same level as those other 5 were to join and then get in the top 100? No, that doesn't feel good. But ultimately, the other 5 people did do the work. So if I'm the developer, I think you look at the top 100 teams, and then you look at, call it whatever it is. So if it's 600 people, you look at the top 600 unique names, right? So that's 100 teams, teams of 6. That's where I'm getting my 600 from. And then the top 600 unique people get the emblem. And then you call that the 100 teams. I wouldn't even change the way you articulated it. I would just do it that way, right? So say top 100 teams, but then realistically, you're doing the top 600 unique names in terms of time. I think it's an easy fix. Or you can do it by lockout, like you did the first part of this event, where you can only be a part of one team, and if you have another team that you run it with and they get ranked lower, then that one just doesn't count. Works for me. I don't have a strong passion about people running it multiple times because, again, I think about if I'm a content creator that does this for a living and I'm really, really good, I've been grinding this game for a long time, I play day in and day out, and I find a bunch of other people that are willing to run this, and then all of a sudden someone's not able to play, but I'm ready to play still for like 6 more hours. Yeah, I want to be able to sub somebody in. I want to be able to take, get another person to help me continue playing the game and being part of the event. Now, maybe, and this could be an issue still, I could see issues in it already, but maybe you have maybe an 8-person team, but only 6 are actively playing, right? So then you have an 8-person team, but then you could sub in the other 2, but then your name, you literally can't be on another team, period. And then sure, all 8 people get it, and yes, that does introduce the idea to more carries or whatever. But again, now you have that flexibility for the issue of people being able to be subbed in, I think there's a lot of different ways that netties can do it. I think they will, like I said, I think that they will definitely figure out a way of doing this the right way. And ultimately, guys, like it's an emblem. It's just an animated emblem of an emblem that we already got. So I get that people are very passionate about it, and like I'm sorry for anyone that missed out, but I personally don't have a strong passion that I missed out on it. And now it's even easier, and now we can get through the first clear rewards. So if you want to do the first clear rewards, you can do that, and you can still get the other evolutions emblem logo here, or emblem, excuse me. But you can also get all this other stuff too. So if you get stage 4 clear, which is challenge 4 rather, clear all Eclipse stages, you do get a selector of one of these 3 weapons. The gallows is actually really sick, and then this is by far the best exotic for Ningfei. In fact, one of probably the best exotics in the game, in my opinion. So I think that there's a lot of reasons why you should try to do the Eclipse game mode, and I will try to do it myself if I can. You still can't matchmake for it, which is kind of what I rely on, but we do have 5 days to try to make this whole thing work. So that's my take on it. It's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Again, I think that there is a lot of drama. I think part of it is unnecessary drama. I get that it comes from a passion point of wanting the game to be successful and ultimately feeling like you were cut short. Let me know what your feedback is in the comment section below. Like I said, if you agree and or disagree with anyone in the comment section, please be polite about it, right? We are all mature. We all want the best for Destiny Rising. But if you do agree with someone, instead of just hitting the like button, do comment, I agree. So that way we can see the volume of people that agree with different takes in the comment section. And ultimately, guys, like I said, just be peaceful down there. I think there is a lot of feelings and emotion around this issue. So again, try to be as tactful as you can. It's okay if you disagree with someone. You don't have to even agree with me. But let's just make sure we're being as polite as we can when we're sharing our opinions, because similar to assholes, we all have one, and not everyone wants to smell it. All right. So with that, I bid you adieu. I hope to see you guys in a video very soon. Let me know your take on all this drama. See you in a video very soon. See you later. Bye.